This entire series so far, from episode 1 to episode, I believe it's 21 or 22, somewhere in there. During most of the beginning, I gave, each episode pretty much gave at least an 8 or more, around an 8.5, right? And the arcs going past, the first, few episodes, or, 10, 11 episodes, I gave around a 9, right? About, Company 7 and everything that happened with Company 7 and Benny Moe and stuff. Around 9s. And one or two, a 10 out of 10, right? And even before that, I gave a couple 10 out of 10. I gave a couple of the episodes of, the arc with Vulcan, going to his shop. I gave 9s. I think there was one episode, or 1 or 2 episodes, I gave, a 10 out of 10. Every single episode so far in the Nether arc, even before they actually, literally went into the Nether, I think, 1 or 2 episodes, I think, including the Nether that has happened so far, I've been giving them, 10s out of 10. 10 out of 10s. This episode is a 12 out of 10 for me. I'm not editing this video. I've been burnt out for the last couple of days because I was editing, a really long video for, 3 days in a row because I stopped and then, went to sleep and then woke up and started doing it again and things like that. But that, and then I did, a really long, making food and stuff for hours yesterday. But this episode, so I'm not going to really edit this video or anything, but bro, this episode, animation, art was so next level that I usually, when I see something shocked and I'm excited, I'm like, oh shit, and stuff. I couldn't say anything. All I was doing was smiling and just staring at the art that was unfolding before my eyes. The first half of this episode, I feel so much for Lisa. Because she's so brainwashed. Her relationship to the evangelist and Giovanni is literally the epitome of an abusive relationship. In that she's just brainwashed. No matter how many times probably Giovanni has probably beaten the shit out of her that we don't know about, but he's probably done that to where he tortured her and beat the shit out of her. And all of that happening, manipulating her, telling her to do these garbage type missions to where she is in that broken down car and then Vulcan saves her from the car, Giovanni told her to go in that car. All of this stuff. And then meeting Vulcan. She still feels like she needs Giovanni because she thinks that he gave her everything. After hearing about her past, what happened to, I believe she just said her mother, or was it her mom and dad or something, that they died from an infernal. And then she had a fear of flames after that and such. And then Giovanni and the Evangelist gave her one of those bugs, or like put a bug on her, and that's how she got her powers. I didn't see that coming at all with Lisa like getting her powers from like one of those bugs or whatever. I didn't see that coming. But seeing that, and then in her mind, like these kind of characters like break my heart like so much. Because it's either this person that hasn't shown you any love, that probably beats the shit out of you and abuses you and tortures you and stuff and manipulates your mind so damn much that you feel like you can't be without them because you think that this person gave you everything because she had fear of flames. Then he and the Evangelist gave her that bug, and the bug was compatible with her, and she was able to use her flames, and so she's not scared of flames anymore. And she thinks that is Giovanni giving her everything. But in actuality, when she lost everything, and she thinks that Giovanni gave her everything, in actuality, that's not even close, or not even far from it's so far from the truth. It's unbelievable. And that who really did give her everything was Vulcan. Gave her a home, gave her friends, gave her family, gave her love. But bro, you know Vulcan has such love for her. And you know she has such love for him too. But she feels like she's being so pulled from Giovanni. Like you see the freaking fear in her eye like it's fear. It's not that she can't live like whether she can or can't live without Giovanni. He's done something to where he says her name, Giovanni says her name, feel her, and she's stricken with PTSD like no other, like scared so much to where she immediately wants to go back to Giovanni. And then when she's about to go back, he latches a heat wire to her neck in this episode, being like, you can be useful to the Evangelist now and stuff, like implying that she's completely useless, like calling her all these things. It's the epitome of an abusive relationship. In that like he has that heat wire on her neck, and then he's like, if you don't shoot Obi, first of all, this part was funny. He's like, if you don't shoot Obi, Lisa's gonna die. I'm gonna kill her. This guy's saying I'm gonna kill Lisa, and Lisa's like, I need to be with this guy Giovanni. Like, that shit's messed up. I don't read the manga. I genuinely hope that she somehow breaks out of this brainwash. Like, she's got to. Like, there's like no way out of it unless Vulcan can literally shower her with a tsunami of love. Like, constant love. But, like, looking into her eyes and being like, girl, I care for you. I care for you so damn much. He can even say, I love you. I would be fine with that. Because I ship them so damn hard. That might be my number one ship. It might be. But, well, actually, Hibana and Shinra are kind of like my number one. But, anyways, just to see that was just so screwed up and heartbreaking to me. And then Vulcan uses the gun and shoots Obi. And Obi falls down. And then when, like, Giovanni throws Lisa to the side or whatever, and she's on the ground, almost, like, pretty much passed out because of that heat wire, was, like, going through her skin. Like, when Obi got up, he's like, oh, I knew it was coming, but it was still so damn scary. Like, he knows all these things are scary that, like, are happening, like, with the flames, right? And then, like, he's scared of flames. He knows they're extremely hot. He can't use his abilities and stuff. He can't do nothing about it. So then, like, hearing that, like, a couple episodes ago, like, Obi talking about that. But then this one, when Vulcan shoots Obi, and then, like, a minute later, he wakes up, and he's like, oh my gosh, that shit was scary, even though I knew it was coming. Like, that, his face was so funny. Like, it was so good. And then, like, the whole thing where Giovanni is like, I'm going to ask you, or like, no, he's like, how did that work? How did you not get hit or something? What's under that coat? What did you do? So, like, Obi was going to do the thing where, like, when Giovanni, like, last, like, couple episodes where he's like, oh, do you want to know? Do you want to know? I'm not going to tell you anything about what the evangelist is doing or, like, what are the actual secrets of the world. I'm not telling you anything. Obi was going to do that to him. He's like, you want to know? And but then he says, I'm not telling you. At the same time, Vulcan tells him exactly what Obi was wearing. And then that artistic shot of Obi just sitting down, that was hilarious. That was so funny. And the whole fight with Lisa, to where, like Obi's just going in on fighting Lisa, but not doing it in a way where it's like, oh, I can't fight these flames. He put those extinguishers in each tentacle, like flame tentacle that she had, and used it and blew it up. And then Vulcan catches Lisa like Princess Carrie. Bro, that was so cute and so beautiful, and I loved it so much. And then Lisa starts crying, right? Saying Vulcan, and then the moment Giovanni says, feel her, and then she freaks out and then goes back to Giovanni, and that whole thing with the heat wire happens and everything. That whole sequence, first half of the episode, was freaking amazing. And, like, again, Lisa's whole thing was so heartbreaking. Even when Giovanni left and she was about to pass out, she's looking at Giovanni, she's like, don't leave me, I can't live without you and stuff. Again, it's like such an abusive type of, like, relationship that's going on with those two. And it's terrible and heartbreaking, and I want Vulcan and a lot of the Company 8 just shower her with freaking love, man. Just shower her with love. Like a ginormous tsunami from all directions. Just a big-ass group hug or something, and just protect her and mend her mind. Like, that's all that Vulcan probably wants to do eventually and such. And the beginning of the episode was amazing. And then the banter between, like, the Giovanni and Obi talking about, like, the evangelists, what they're doing and stuff like that. And then Obi's rebuttaling, like the fire soldiers are here to protect and to, like, save, like, buildings and things like that. That's what we're meant for and stuff. And then like Giovanni rebuttals again with the evangelist type of stuff and everything. And then when I completely forgot to even say this, that, like, when Obi gets back up from the gun, the bullet that Vulcan hit him with. Boy, like, Obi is strong as shit. Like, how the hell do you take railings, like railroad tracks, and yank them up and turn it into, like, a freaking ladder? Like, what? That was hilarious. Like, I was like, this guy, who gives a shit if he doesn't have pyrokinetic abilities or anything, or any kind of flame ability in general? This dude can pick up a tree or a giant metal bar and swing it so damn fast that you're like, what? How? Like, he always trains, and, like, it's showing in this episode completely. 100% beautiful, amazing, and it was fantastic. And I was laughing at that. I was laughing when he woke up and stuff, and it was good. That whole thing happened in the first half of this freaking episode. The second half might have been the most beautiful part of an episode of Fire Force that I ever saw. Out of all 20 plus episodes, that was when Shinra, first of all, that the artistic like sequences and like it looks like a canvas type of shot to where like Shinra seeing like a weird ass vision of like this demon coming out of the ground, and like it was so weirdly creepy and amazing looking. The art was so freaking beautiful. And then he's freaking out, and Dr. Licht was like, hey, are you okay, Shinra? Are you okay? And then Shinra's seeing these black footprints showing up out of nowhere that are leading him to Sho. And I'm pretty sure that's just what's it called? I don't know what it's called, but it's just like a metaphor, I guess, to like the Adola link, where it's linking him and Sho together. It's not like literally, it's what Shinra sees, but it's not literally there. And then he meets Sho, and when he uses his rapid movement on Sho, because Sho started saying some shit that made me mad. And then Shinra was like, nah, I ain't about this. Because Shinra is like, I finally found you. I promised I would. And then Sho is like, who'd you promise this to? And then he said, our mother. Like, our mother, Sho. And then, Sho said something to where he's like, I don't have a mother. The only mother I have is like the evangelist or something. And then saying that like, just thinking that I'm related to you, like I feel like a pit in my stomach, like I feel disgusted. And then he said something about their mom, saying, oh my gosh, when he said that about their mom, about being, I feel disgusted to even think about being born from that person or that body or whatever. And Shinra did his rapid thing, and he's like, don't speak ill of our mom. And then, dude, the CGI, the CGI is amazing. Like, the devil's footprint, you see Shinra's footprint, like, it's like in flames, and then it goes down. And he's right next to Sho. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, you don't even see them when the darkness comes in, and Dr. Licht can't see anything, and then it's like Shinra and Sho just disappeared, and then all you see are footprints like walking around and shit, and Licht is like, wait, what? Like, he's like, what the hell's going on? He's just a bystander, like, dude, what the fuck is going on? Like, I was like, the animation and the art was so next level, 12, 13 out of 10. I don't know what else to say about that. Like, like the footprints, the golden orange footprints, like are like walking around and shit, like all the way around where Licht is, and it's coming closer and closer to Licht, and he's like, oh my gosh, he's like they're getting closer, and then like Sho's sheath like almost killed Licht or whatever, and then Sho was able to like grab it, and then Sho goes next level in that like he pretty much can control within his own universe or something. He starts talking about a universe, and then he starts heating up. You see the steam coming, and then Dr. Licht was like, oh, hell no. Like, he knows, I don't think he said exactly what it was, but Licht was like, Shinra, you gotta get out of here. We gotta go. We gotta get the hell out. You cannot fight him right now. With what he's doing, you can't do shit. Let's go. And Sho is just, he just beat Shinra Like, he's using the blunt of the blade because I'm pretty sure he needs him. He can't kill him. So he's using the blunt of the blade and just knocks Shinra like he's nothing. Like, it's like he was in his own universe. And Dr. Leek was like, yo, it was like slow motion. What the hell's going on? And realizing that it's like Sho can control his own universe. Bro, excuse me. That, I don't even, how do you explain that? Like, is that, I don't even think that's even pyrokinetics. I think that's just another ability of something else. Like, it was crazy. Like, shows like, you can't match my speed or anything. Leaked is like, no, you can't. You damn right you can't. Let's get out of here, Shinra. You can't fight him. You can't beat him right now. You see Shinra's mouth blooding up and shit. Bro, I feel like next episode is going, like, this episode was like a 12 out of 10 already. Like, I saw some people talking, like, comparing, like, the fight with, Benimaru and that demon or whatever in Asakusa during that arc, that episode was like akin to, I don't think you can really compare Demon Slayer to Fire Force, but that episode with Benimaru destroying that demon, I've heard people talk about that being like the episode of where like Zenitsu was fighting that giant spider and he did like that six-fold thunderclap flash. Like, that is that episode. And then episode 19, that episode was crazy trending and everything for Demon Slayer and such. That fight and sequence was amazing stuff. I feel like this episode of Fire Force, you can akin to it to episode 19 of Demon Slayer in that it was freaking crazy hyped and such. Again, you can't really compare those two like series, or these two series, but like the craziness and impactfulness and animation and art and everything is, and the hype surrounding all of that together feels like it was when episode 19 came out of Demon Slayer. It got to it. Like, and I'm ready for next episode because I feel like next episode is going to be like a 13 or 14 out of 10. This episode was like a 12 out of 10. Next episode is going to be, I don't know what's going to happen. Like, I'm pretty sure it's a continuation of that fight. And it's called, the next episode is called Brothers Determination. Bro, if Shinra is able to get through, like, Sho's own universe, or whatever he said about, like, his own universe and stuff, if he's able to do similarly to what Sho did in next episode, because it seems like the name of the episode being A Brother's Determination seems like Shinra's gonna break out of something. And I don't know if I'm ready for it. And I'm gonna be at a convention next week. Okay, that's it. And then, like, Giovanni leaves, and then Lisa's like, oh, wait, don't go. Like, again, that stuff was, like, so heartbreaking in that she is saying that, like, please don't go, or don't leave me and stuff. And, girl, you don't need him, and you can leave him. Because you got Vulcan. I'm going to say that Vulcan and her, like, love each other and stuff, and they just haven't said anything. And that whole thing with Sho and Shinra was amazing. That whole thing, 2v2 non-ability users versus 2 pyrokinetic ability users. And, like, Giovanni pretty much being, like, some giant-ass looking robot thing, like 80-90% robot. Kind of reminds me of General Grievous from Star Wars, where General Grievous was pretty much like a cyborg that was, like, 80 to 90% robot and, like, metal and stuff, and then 10% of, like, some sort of alien race or something like that. But, like, he seems like it's akin to, like, General Grievous, Giovanni and General Grievous. Anyways, but like it was such a good episode. Like I was so baffled at how freaking amazing the episode was. And I'm ready for Shinra to go next level. But what did you guys think about this episode? Leave down in the comments your thoughts about this episode, your thoughts about what I said about this episode and everything. And like this video if you did. Like the video if you liked anything I had to say or agreed with anything I had to say. Like the video. Like the video if you like me and everything, if you like the episode and stuff. And subscribe to the channel for more reviews, vlogs, unboxings, live reactions, and theory discussion videos and things like that. So gentlemen, stay classy. Ladies, stay sassy. But most importantly, everybody, you gotta stay a little nasty, alright? So peace and love, and I will see y'all later in the next video. Peace out. May the force be with you always. And plus ultra and laton.